Warning, you are about to enter the BGP suite. No thongs, no boy shorts, no thigh highs, no commandos are permissible. BGP, big girl panties only. So pull up to woman up. And no, please don't leave with your panties in a bunch.
Welcome to BGP, and today we will be talking about the Travis Rudolph story. A few weeks ago, we spoke on rejection and rejection violence, right? And this kind of like follows right along with what we were speaking on a few weeks ago. Travis Rudolph is a man who went to college, and he left college early to go pro in the NFL. He made it to the NFL and played for a few seasons, and then he got hurt and, was no longer in the NFL. After that, he dropped down to the AFL and was playing on that team as well as just, living a normal life. Travis was dating a woman who... They was in a relationship, right? Kind of. They was in a relationship. She grew attached. He had his thing, but later on down the line, and I'm paraphrasing just in case anyone wants to go do the research. You could find it. But he realized that she was not single completely. She was married. She forgot to tell him, and so in the midst of that, he didn't want anything to do with her. And on the night of April 7th, last year, 2 years ago, Travis, they got into a confrontation in front of his home. As he's walking up the stairs, because he has a camera on his home, as he's walking up the stairs, he's like, let me just, you can go. Like, let me just leave this. Leave me the fuck alone. Again, this is his words. And she's behind him. And she gets mad and she proceeds to hit him upside the head, punches, just hitting as they're walking into his home. Well, as he goes into the home and the rest, happens, they're fighting. His brother is there. His brother is like, she has to go because she started to destroy property. She started to attack him more. She hit him upside the head with a bottle. And the brother said, she got to get the fuck out. She got to go. So you then start to see on the camera again, them resume of him pushing her outside the house, telling her, go, leave, just leave my house, leave me alone. She leaves. She sends a text to her brother and claims that Travis slammed her on the ground, claimed that he hurt her, and said, and I'm a quote, shoot that shit up. So her brother and 3 other guys decide to go pay Travis a visit at midnight to his house. When they arrive, his brother goes to the door and they're like, why are you here, basically? And they're like, nah, we don't want to talk to you. Bring that other nigga out. Tell that other nigga to come outside. And they're hitting the walls, they hitting the doors, they're hitting windows. They like, come outside. So the brother goes outside. He goes outside and, a fight happens. One of the guys had a weapon. And as they're, attacking his brother and him or whatnot, Travis runs back in the house. As he runs back in the house, he grabs his weapon. That happens to be an AR-15. He lets off his weapon 39 times because, if anybody has ever let off an AR-15, when you shoot, it just until it's out of bullets. So it let off 39 times. As a result of that, one guy in the vehicle died. Another guy who happened to be her brother was shot as well. He survived, and they drove off. He's currently on trial for murder because he was not immediately allowed the stand your ground that he initially tried to use. And so he's currently on trial right now, and the state just rested last week. So now the defense is, interviewing people. I bring all that up to say, when the woman was interviewed by the attorney, they asked her, "Did you tell your brothers to go to his house to shoot up his place?" No. "Did you tell your brothers to attack him?" No. "Did you delete the text messages from your phone that said shoot the place up?" Well, yeah, I deleted it, but I didn't mean for them to go shoot the place up. I just wanted him to go talk. "Did Travis slam you on the ground?" I don't remember. "Did you tell your brothers he slammed you on the ground?" I don't remember. "Did you tell the text message said that you deleted shows that you told them that he slammed you and that he attacked you. Is that not true?" "He did attack me. He slammed me on the ground." Well, the cameras, because we have footage showing he never slammed you on the ground. You actually attacked him. Is that not true? I don't remember. So I bring that up, and I'm going to turn to you, Adrian, with my first question. This woman, because he said, "I don't want anything to do with you," is now resulting to rejection. She proceeds to attack. What are your first thoughts with thinking about what happened?
I feel like she should be, first of all, she needs to be charged with something too. This whole thing of using firearms as a result of shit like that now just is surprising to me. We got more punks out here on these streets that won't just go head up with somebody and just fight a nigga over some dumb shit like that. We have resulted now, and this is why people seem to be dying over stuff that back in our day you just fought about. You mess with my sister, you said something crazy, foul, or whatever, and clearly this chick initiated this whole thing. She is now, to me, responsible for the death of this person that passed away, her brother's injuries, and everything else. And I am a pro-gun toting person, but when necessary, I think we just are pulling guns too quick. And number one, chick needs to stand trial. She needs to be going to jail.
Mona?
What city did this happen?
Florida.
Stand your ground.
So they have a stand your ground law in Florida, right?
Yes.
So he has the right to come blazing saddles out on their ass.
Hey.
I too believe that young lady should be charged. I'm all for free Travis Rudolph. Free him. He didn't do anything. You can, and she came to his mama house, right?
Yes.
She came to his mama house. It said shoot up the spot where my mama at.
Yeah.
And then try to play like she didn't mean that.
Yeah. Said she was just being emotional. She didn't mean that.
You play too much.
Yeah. This and the reason why I'm saying that too is because, again, this goes to how, and I believe we've touched on it in the past sometimes, women can get you caught up.
Big time.
A lie could get somebody fucked up. And she gave this impression that he really he hurt her when she literally was the aggressor.
Yes.
She literally did the attacking. And on top of all that, it stemmed from a conversation of him finding out after dating her for an extensive amount of time, this woman was married and jealous because he was talking to other people on his phone. And he's like, "You married.
Why are you trying?
You married."
Yes, I have to piggyback off of what you just said. How many men are incarcerated because somebody lied? How many men have lost their lives because a female has lied?
Exactly.
How many men have been beaten up, robbed, stolen because a woman started something and got in her emotions, and because she couldn't win right there at that moment, she called up and told somebody to spin the block.
Mm-hmm.
I want to know, how are these women pulling off this deception of not being married to the point where the man doesn't know that you're married? He didn't know that she was married. What was her husband, a truck driver or something? He a fireman?
A truck driver.
Are you serious?
Truck driver.
Okay. Now,
And usually,
now
that makes
explains
sense.
it. He's on the road.
He's always gone.
Because men know when you got something going on. You know, we play like we don't know when you got somebody else, you know.
But they know.
But they know.
Yes,
you know, so
absolutely.
Didn't she say that she didn't tell them to shoot up the spot because that was her second home and
yeah, in the testimony. Yeah, she testified to that after that. Yeah. After the fact, after the attorney had proven that, because she was lying at first, or perjuring, right, and saying that she never said it. And then the attorney said, we have the proof that you deleted the text messages. You sent it and then you deleted it, but they were able to.
We can capture it.
They were able to bring it back.
Wow.
And so then she was like, well, that's not what I meant.
Alive.
That's not what I meant. I was just being emotional. I didn't mean for them to go over there and shoot up the place, because that was, like my second home.
Well, what did you mean?
Yeah, we talked about it when DS1 and Ronan was here. Men jumping too quickly to go protect somebody,
without investigating.
Brother, you got to ask the questions.
Yeah.
Because that young man that got murdered, he got picked up. Like, come on, dude, we got to go. Somebody messing with my sister,
Right.
and he died for something that he wasn't even involved with. People he wasn't even really affiliated with, except for the brother. That was his friend, and that boy had I looked him up. He had a bright future. He was on his way to France to study for school, and he lost his life. Mm-hmm.
Behind a lie.
Nisha, when they asked her why didn't she tell him she was married,
the attorney asked her, Dominique Jones, that's the lady's name, but the attorney asked her, why didn't you tell him that you were married? And her response was, well, he didn't ask me. He didn't ask me if I was married.
She need her ass whooped.
She said it wasn't none of his business.
And that too.
For what was going on between the two of them. Everybody has a past. Where do they find these women?
Florida.
Okay.
Florida. Like that it broke my heart, because I'm just like, this man is literally fighting for his freedom, his livelihood. Mm-hmm. He was let go from the team, of course, because he's on trial for murder. He was let go from the team and everything behind a lie, because she literally lied and told her brother, that he slammed her on the ground and beat her. And even
So Travis was the shooter.
Travis was the shooter. They came to Travis' house to beat him up.
Gotcha. So
and
and what do you call
self-defense?
Self-defense.
He defended him and his brother. And his brother testified last week and even said, if my brother wouldn't have defended me, I probably wouldn't be here.
Now, did Travis have the Tech 9 or the
Travis had
an AR-15.
The AR-15.
He had that old weight.
Okay. And the other guy, he had a weapon too, but he had a little. He had a small weapon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But Travis came out with that AR-15.
Okay. Shot his pinky toe off.
But yeah, so his brother testified last week before they, the state closed their side, arrested. He testified that if my brother wouldn't have came out and defended me, I probably wouldn't be here, because he was in fear of his life. Wow. And I believe him, because they found the other weapon on the yard. Like, one of them guys that came to pay him a visit had a weapon. So that's why they were like, well, let me go get mine, and she told him to shoot the place up. So what'd he come with? If you was just coming to talk, what you bringing your weapon for?
What you bringing your people for?
At midnight.
Yeah.
At midnight. You could have gave me a phone call. What happened? What happened? You showing up to somebody's house, that's a whole different ballgame.
Now, had he waited till they crossed the threshold, he came in the house, he would have been in his right to, right?
He's on his property.
In Florida, you don't have to be in the house.
Okay.
You could be at your car. Okay. You could be anywhere. If you are in fear of your life, it's to stand your ground.
That's right.
Yes.
Here's my thing. So when the brother got the phone call from the sister and she said, I want you to shoot up the spot. Why?
He knew she was married.
Why do you want me?
That's what he should have said.
And then she would have said, my boyfriend, who?
Right.
Hit me?
Yeah.
My boyfriend hit me?
Yeah.
My boyfriend hit me. Oh, yeah? You still married, right, sis?
And she's still married. And she's still married.
I wouldn't go over there.
I'm not risking.
And I understand that a brother would want to defend
look out for your sister.
His sister, but once I got the information, good sister, you on your own.
Okay.
He should have pushed your ass. Matter of fact, when I see you, I'm going to push your ass because you over there cheating. Your man is out here on the road trying to provide for you. Some money. And you over here cheating. And you mad because he cheating, but you the one married.
Right.
What the hell?
Right.
What they putting in the water? What they putting in the food?
What they doing in Florida?
That's that batch of Similac. That old batch of Similac during that
Oh, my
generation.
God. So, what is he facing? His sentence?
First, he's facing murder, first degree murder,
which kind of holds life, probably.
And this is Florida too. So, and the reason why he couldn't do the stand your ground is because they said that he fired 39 times, opposed to like a few shots.
But what's the difference between one shot and 39 shots when you think your life is in danger? You're not conscious of how many shots is coming out the gun. You're conscious of, I got to get these motherfuckers off my ass. And shit.
It was a moving. He fired into a moving vehicle.
Oh.
Yeah, because you threatened my house.
Yeah.
This is my mama house.
Facts.
This is where my mama lay her head. This is where we lay. You threatened my house.
I get it.
You came to take me out, so I'm trying my best to take you out.
I get it.
I get that.
That part I do get now. Yeah.
I get it. I feel like, and I hate to say this because I don't like going here, but I feel like if he would have been another color, right? They would have automatically said, stand your ground, and she would have, because he's a black man. I'm just like, they throwing the book at him. He's being
and he was winning, and they really don't want black men to win. I will testify for that. Right. See, the sister's brothers and whoever rode with him, they was stupid anyway, because
you didn't even know all the facts.
How do you expect to go to somebody's house and whoop their ass?
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, you ain't gonna come out ready. Especially if you look at more than one person.
We on my turf. You ain't gonna beat me up on my front yard.
Ass right here. Right.
You going to their property. You going to their place of residence.
Being disrespectful at their mama house.
Right. And you don't know you don't know what kind of weapons they have. You don't know what they holding. That's bold, and that's very, that's not smart.
Heifer, you sent them to my mama house. That's disrespectful. Them Negroes could have caught me on the street. That could, you sent them to my mama house, and you talking about I didn't want nothing bad to happen. Yes, you did.
You did. You said it. You said it in the
text. Because somebody that loves somebody is not gonna go and say shoot up the shop. Shoot up the shop. Shoot up the spot. God damn.
Especially when
this
know they
is not wine.
And they about the real, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
most of the time you're going to say something to somebody and you see them packing up, getting ready to go do this. And you're not going to, you just put everybody in danger, and your ass need to go to jail. Yep. You need to go to jail because that's what do you call it? A something to murder. You're right. It's a conspirator. It is.
Yeah, we all mad. We can't get our words on and shit.
Because she said it and I'm thinking it and I'm like,
that. And I'm adding on to it in my
mind. That's crazy. But I just wish it was times that we could, I don't know. Like you said, they came to his house. He got to be ready. I'm gonna have the heat here. I'm gonna have something else over here. I'm gonna be ready. But so many times we rush to that, and maybe somebody could have survived if we had just squared up in the middle of the grass.
And see, that's the funny thing, though, because when the attorney when the attorney questioned the brother, right, because they had him on there, and she asked him, she said, did you know that it was actually your sister that attacked Travis? No, I didn't. He said, do you think that would have made a difference in your decision to show up? He was like, I don't know. She said, did you know that your sister physically attacked him? He said, no, I didn't. Would that make a difference if you would have known that? He said, I don't know. She said, did you know that your sister said that she didn't mean for you to go shoot up the spot when she sent you that text? He said, no. He said, would it have made a difference if you would have possibly questioned or, did something different? He said, it's possible. He said, so she didn't ask, like, if you can go back and do something different, would you? And what would you do? He said, I probably wouldn't have done anything different. I don't know.
Yeah, he was so blasé,
like it was nothing. Like
Hurry
it
up
was
and
nothing.
get me off the.
I'm just here.
Out of here.
I'm just here.
Yeah.
Like it was nothing, and I'm just
So
like,
sad.
I look at like my girlfriends. If they call me and they like in a situation, before I even waste my time to go, I'm like, what happened? Mm-hmm. Because if it's something that's dumb, I'm not risking my life for some bullshit. Like I'm not doing that. But you have a lot of people that's just like, we loyal and we riding and right or wrong and indifferent, we gonna show up. But you risking your life and you doing this over a lie out of rejection.
There's levels to riding.
Out of rejection.
There's levels.
I'm gonna call you and be like,
Yeah.
"Hey, I'm about to kill somebody. You better hurry up and pick me up. I'm gonna be on the corner."
Right.
That's how I'm calling because it is an emergency. I'm not trying to endanger your life. I'm not trying to endanger my life, and I'm not trying to kill this motherfucker at the current moment. So I'm going to walk away, but I'm gonna be on the bus stop.
Right.
I'm gonna be at Ross, aisle number 35. Please come get me. The fact that she called somebody to protect her for her being deceptive.
Yeah. She should feel like shit.
And she was up there like she had no kind of remorse.
No remorse.
Like they was bothering her, If you let me talk. Yeah. She was real funky up there too.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel very sorry for the young man.
Yeah.
That is sad.
So let's do final thoughts.
Oh my goodness. I just say, first and foremost, this young lady, before you go out there stirring up a bunch of nonsense for nothing that could possibly cost somebody's life, do a quick, I got to know some details.
Yeah.
Before we go on a ride. That's just ridiculous. And I hope that she gets charged with something. I really do, because that's so unfair. It's, they have all put their life, they could possibly spend the rest of their life in prison behind her foolishness, her cheating on her husband.
Yep.
I'm curious as to what he got to say.
Yep.
And just oh my God, just be mindful of who you riding for and what you doing stuff for. Know the details before you involve yourself in something that could possibly cause you your life.
Mm-hmm.
My final thought would be, when somebody knocks on your door, stop opening up the door so quickly. Look through that peephole. Who is it? Mm-hmm. Before you go out there, because once you open the door, sometimes you won't be able to close the door.
Yeah.
I think men need to vet women properly. They say no, I'm not going to do that. Men need to vet women properly. How did he never know that she wasn't married? He never went to her house? Or maybe he didn't ever go to her house because he lived with his mother, so maybe he didn't. But bottom line is vet properly. I can't. Like Adrian said, it used to be a time when you would put them up. You would catch that fade. Mm-hmm. And you would live to see another day. Mm-hmm. Violence is never the answer. I know you have to defend yourself, but we should be mindful of killing each other, especially our own.
Man, that part.
Free Travis Rudolph. I don't think he deserves what's going on. Lock her ass up. That's my final thought.
Yeah, I would just say, be mindful of the people that you date. I'm a proponent of, sometimes you got to do some background checks to make sure a person really is who they say they are. And when you know you know a person is confrontational and you know that they're showing up, be careful. That's what I would say.
know, right?
Be careful, because I'm pretty sure they had no idea that he was sitting on an AR-15.
Right.
They had no idea what he was going to come back with. They just assumed that they had their one little weapon, that was going to be it. They was going to scare him and not messing with that he was going for messing with their sister based on what they were under the impression of, and not realizing that this was going to be life changing by going to their house after midnight. Be careful of the stories that you hear when someone calls you in panic and is telling you to do something, because this story happens all the time. Like we saw one literally last year where the woman really was the aggressor at the grocery store with her kids. She was being rude to the cashier. He didn't want to do the service with her or whatever. She went and called her dude and told him that he was being disrespectful and all this stuff. So he showed up, believing her story, tried to punk the cashier, and the cashier, out of self-defense, he stabbed him. Killed him, just like that. And she was the aggressor. She was the one that caused all of that. But he's gone. He's not here no more. So be careful when someone calls you like that, when in the midst of panic and chaos and whatnot. Get more information so that you don't, put your life at risk. You know what I mean? That just be careful. Yes.
One more thing. I guess we have to start asking people how they would react. If I break up with you today, how you gonna react?
Yeah, right.
And even though they say it in a joker manner, listen to that joke. Even if they're sarcastic, take heed to that. Keep that right here. Yeah, that's
be careful. Like, ask them detailed questions and pay attention, not just to the words, but to the actions too.
And just because they laugh don't mean
it don't mean it's funny. It don't mean it's funny. They could be dead serious. Dead serious.
Shoot.
And it could be deadly.
I know.
So,
I know.
so be careful. And, please like, share, subscribe. If you want to know more, please let us know in the comment section. We can't really go too much into it because it's still going. It's like pending, they haven't really came up with the verdict yet. So once we have more, then we can kind of do an update if you want to know. So please like, share, subscribe to our channel. Thank you for watching. We out. BGP.